What's up, you guys? hertigeN back again with the first video of this series, Life Talks with Herty. Got a little free-for-all going on in the background where we start out pretty good and end up pretty much throwing it away about halfway through the match. But anyways, today wanted to talk a little bit about grudges and how they can be a pretty big downer if you can't learn to let things go. This video was actually inspired by an incident I had last week at work when this guy who's known to be a certified a-hole, if you get what I'm saying. We've all met at least one person like that in our life, and dealing with it can be sometimes, well, a pain in the ass. But basically, without going into too much boring detail about my job, me and some coworkers were working, and he comes back there and starts cussing everyone out. I mean, he's flipping out and he's yelling, pretty much just upset at the fact that there was a new guy helping us out on our side because we had been short-staffed that day, and the guy doesn't like him. Go figure. Certified a-hole, remember? Basically rambling on about, how we stand around with our finger up our butt, He does eventually end up walking off, leaving one of our female coworkers pretty upset and basically in tears, until he finally turns around and comes back again. We're all sitting around on our break, and he's asking us why we're all sitting around when he obviously knows we're on our break. He's just, trying to tick us off some more, I guess. But that pretty much really struck a nerve with me, and I went off. We dished it out nearly to the point of fighting till we eventually split off due to half the plant staring us down at this point. But after cooling down, the next day I actually decided to go and apologize to him. Even though he was way out of line and none of us deserved any of the talk he was giving us, inside I kind of felt the negative emotions and was holding a grudge against this guy. So I ended up going up to him and I told him I was sorry for going off on him, and that the way he was talking just kind of threw us all off. He kind of shook it off and said okay, and I went about my day. But this is why it's important not to hold grudges. Whether or not this guy decides to put that in the past and move on, that's going to be entirely on him now. If he holds a grudge, it's only going to affect himself, because I've done what I needed to do, and my mind is clear. I don't have any guilt, and I've gone out of my way to say sorry, to someone who caused the incident in the first place, But that's the ultimate sign of restraint and putting your ego aside. Realizing holding a grudge will only affect you and only you. It's your decision if you want to feel negative or put your ego aside and show strength and courage, because it does take courage to apologize to somebody, especially if you feel like you're the one that's been attacked. So basically, if you take anything from this, just try not to hold grudges against people, because it only affects your own happiness in life, and we all know life's too short for that, right? So if you have a situation that needs to be handled yourself, maybe I'd try and see if you can work something out. It may be awkward. I know this situation was kind of awkward for me, but if you can approach that and just kind of put that awkwardness aside, or you might just be too angry, but I promise if you'll feel better and stronger if you're the one that's willing to step up and fix the situation. But that pretty much wraps it up, for grudges. And I'll just go ahead and, like last time, we'll let this video play out and you can watch us lose. I think we placed in third, so like I said, started out good and it just kind of hung it up there about halfway through. But until next time, guys, peace.
cluster coalescence for analysis.
Enemy down. Get back to boot camp.